They dragged the boy across the cafe floor like he didn't belong there, like he wasn't even supposed to exist in that space. Thief! The word cracked through the room, louder than the clatter of cups, louder than the low hum of conversations, louder than anything the boy could say in his defense. His fingers were locked around one thing, an empty paper cup, not hidden, not dropped, held tightly, like it mattered more than anything else in the world. And no one stopped to ask the only question that actually mattered. If he stole something, why was he holding on to the one thing that could prove he didn't? Just minutes earlier, everything had been normal. Coffee machines humming, soft laughter, people lost in their own small worlds. The kind of place where nothing unexpected happens. Until suddenly, everything did. The boy was thin, shaking, out of place. Two hands gripped his arms, dragging him toward the counter. Not walking, not resisting, just being pulled. His shoes scraped against the floor. A harsh, helpless sound. And still, he didn't let go of the cup. It was slightly crushed at the rim, completely empty, but he held it like it meant something, like it was all he had. People noticed. Of course they noticed. The boy didn't fight. That's what felt wrong. No struggling, no shouting, no attempt to escape. Just one broken sentence, repeating over and over, I didn't. But no one listened long enough to hear what came after, because the room had already decided what came next. Forks froze halfway to mouths. Coffee cups hovered mid-air. Eyes followed every movement, watching, but not involved. Because the moment someone said, thief, thinking stopped. Call the police, the manager said, already reaching for his phone. No hesitation, no uncertainty, just authority. And just like that, the story was written. No questions, no second glance. Guilty. Look at him. Obviously stole it. People like that always do. Not facts, not proof, just assumptions. But when enough people repeat the same assumption, it stops feeling like a guess, and starts feeling like truth. The cafe changed. It wasn't just a place anymore. It became something colder, heavier, like a courtroom, where no one needed evidence, and no one needed to listen. The boy's voice got smaller. I didn't. Quieter. I didn't. Until finally, it disappeared. Because when no one believes you, even the truth starts to feel pointless. They're on their way. The manager ended the call. A ripple moved through the room. Not fear. Something worse. Satisfaction. Like everything was under control again. Like the problem was being handled. Like justice was already done. But in the corner, one man hadn't moved. Not once. While everyone else saw a thief, he saw details. The boy's hands, shaking, not hiding. His eyes, searching, not escaping. And the cup, too clean, too visible, too important. Something didn't fit. And unlike everyone else, he didn't ignore it. Then finally, he stood up. No rush, no sudden movement, just quiet certainty. He walked toward the counter, reached into his pocket, and placed something down. A receipt. Wait. One word, but it cut through the entire room. The manager frowned. What? The man tapped the paper. I paid for that. Silence. Heavy. Immediate. Unavoidable. The manager blinked. What are you talking about? The man nodded toward the boy. The cup, he said calmly, and the coffee that was in it. Everything broke. Not loudly, but completely. The manager grabbed the receipt, checked it, paused, checked it again, slower this time, like hoping somehow it would be wrong. But it wasn't. It was real. The boy hadn't stolen anything. The hands gripping him let go instantly, like they were never supposed to touch him at all. For a second, the boy didn't move, just stood there, frozen, like his body didn't trust what just happened. Then suddenly, he collapsed, not from weakness, but from everything hitting at once. The fear, the humiliation, the helplessness, the relief, all crashing together. I told you, he sobbed, his voice breaking completely. But now, no one answered, no one moved, because now, they were the ones exposed. The room fell into a different kind of silence. Not judgment, not tension, something heavier. Realization. The same people who had watched now couldn't look. The same voices that had judged now had nothing to say, because they weren't just witnesses. They were part of it. Through silence, through assumption, through doing nothing. The man didn't explain, didn't look for recognition, didn't wait for thanks. He simply turned and walked back to his seat, quietly, like nothing had happened, because everything that needed to be said already had been. And that's the part people don't like to admit. It wasn't the accusation that was dangerous. It was how easy it was. No evidence, no questions, no hesitation, just a label, and a room full of people ready to believe it, until one person chose not to. One person chose to look closer, and that was enough to break everything. So the next time you see something like this, don't just watch. Pause. Look again. Ask the question no one else is asking, because truth doesn't always fight to be heard. Sometimes, it's standing right in front of you, holding an empty cup, waiting for someone to notice. Be that person, because one moment of awareness can stop a lifetime of damage. Share this before someone else gets judged by people who never chose to see.